Hello, loves. So we're going to do something completely different. We're going to do 5 cases in 5 days. And that's each day. We're not going to wait till Sunday. We'll just do them 5 days in a row, starting with tonight. It's 5 disturbing unsolved mysteries in North Dakota that will leave you truly baffled. And tonight's first case is about a man named Kenneth Engie, also referred to as Kenneth Nygaard. So let's get into it. All right, no place is without its share of mysterious and dark parts in its history. Some of these crazy and at times gruesome mysteries have never been solved even to this day. Check out 5 truly baffling unsolved mysteries in North Dakota and see if you know anything about any one of them. You never ever know. Your tips could burst these cases wide open. All right, let's get into it. Kenneth Engie. This man is also known as Kenneth Nygaard. Have any of you seen the new TV series Fargo? Well, this is where the name inspiration for the main character of the first season came from, just in case you're wondering. He and his work partner, Curtis Heck, got into a bar fight in Edmore, North Dakota in October of 1988. Coincidentally, or not so much, Engie was found dead in his garage that night. The death was ruled an accident due to carbon monoxide poisoning, but his family strongly believes that it was no fluke, as do many. This was a murder by none other than Curtis Heck. As of today, the case is still open, and we'll never really know for sure what happened that night so long ago. There's lots of stories. There was story that, he killed himself because he was so upset or whatever. You'll find out. Stay tuned. Okay, so we're going to dig a little bit deeper into this case. This is our case 1 of a 5-part series of North Dakota crimes that will leave you completely baffled. All right, Kenneth Engie, real name Kenneth Dean Engie. Nicknames, one reference calls this person Kenneth Nygaard. Nygaard is his uncle's last name, Richard Nygaard. Location was Edmore, North Dakota, and the date was October 4th, 1988. These are the case details. At 3:30 p.m. on October 4th, 1988, 27-year-old auto repairman Kenneth Engie was found dead in his garage in Edmore, North Dakota. His body was discovered by his uncle Richard Nygaard. The case of death was carbon monoxide poisoning. At first, the death appeared to be a suicide. However, his family could not believe that he committed suicide. Authorities found some suspicious evidence at the scene. A fully loaded .22 caliber rifle was found 6 feet from his body. A small pool of blood was found on the floor. However, there was no signs of assault on his body, which is strange for many reasons, I'll tell you. The truck's gas tank was nearly full. Also, the ignition had been turned off. With this evidence, authorities began to look into the possibility of foul play. They found a possible suspect with both motive and opportunity, Kenneth's friend Curtis Heck. Curtis and Kenneth had gotten in a fight over a barmaid on October 3rd. Kenneth had damaged Curtis's truck when he left the bar that night, so his family believes that Curtis retaliated by killing Kenneth in his garage. The authorities, however, believe that he had died accidentally. They believe that Kenneth waited in his garage for Curtis to return, leaving the truck running. After the garage filled with carbon monoxide fumes, he turned off the truck and tried to leave, but passed out on the floor and died. Suspect, Curtis Heck, is considered a possible suspect in Kenneth's death. The two were the last customers at Kunkel's bar on the night of October 3rd. When the barmaid told Kenneth to leave, he said that he wanted to take her home. However, she told him that she was going home with Curtis. I bet he was pissed. He was. I know how drunk guys can be. Crazy. So he was told to leave and that she was going home with Curtis. So Curtis and Kenneth then got into a physical altercation at the bar. When Kenneth finally left the bar, he purposely backed his car into Curtis's truck. About an hour later, Curtis and the barmaid arrived at Kenneth's trailer. He kicked Kenneth's car that was parked outside. He heard a groaning sound from the garage, so he decided to go inside. He found Kenneth lying on the floor. Curtis assumed that he was just drunk and out of it, so he just left him there. They believe that the two men had another confrontation in the garage. After knocking Kenneth unconscious, they believe that Curtis left him there. According to their theory, he then went back in and turned the truck off. However, the autopsy report does not support the family's theory. So the police maintain that the death was an accidental death. So this segment aired as part of November 28th, 1990 episode on Unsolved Mysteries. And this is one of the few segments where there were no photographs, absolutely no photographs of the victim. So I took it upon myself to find a few photos for you because I want you to see what there is to see. I'll show those in a little bit. So what do you think happened to this guy? I mean, I don't think it was suicide. I think, God, both are really possible. Like, I think that it could have been an accidental death. I think he could have been waiting out in the garage, and he did have the truck running for just a little bit so that he could stay warm out in the garage because it was cold. I think that maybe he kind of gave up and decided, like, okay, fuck this, it's time to go into the house. And he went and shut off the ignition to the truck because it was running. Or maybe he got a little dizzy and he realized, oh shit, I need to shut this off. And he started to make his way into the house and he just collapsed and died. That could have happened, but it still doesn't explain the loaded .22 caliber rifle 6 feet from his body, or the pool of blood. And also, they said there was no evidence of an altercation with Kenneth's body. How could that be? Because Curtis and Kenneth got into an altercation at the bar, and they actually were punching the shit out of each other. So, shit's not adding up, which makes me think that there was definitely foul play. You know, Curtis did have motive and opportunity. There's still not 100% proof that he did it, and I don't think we'll ever actually really know. So it's all up in the air. What do you guys think about the story? Like, what do you think actually happened? It's kind of crazy. This happened right here in North Dakota. So let me know. It happened in Edmore, North Dakota, which I don't actually know where that's at. I forgot to look because I'm a little shithead. But you'll find it. Look it up and find it. So let me know in the comments what you think happened. This is still an unsolved case to this day. Happened in 1988. We're in 2023 and it is still not solved. Everybody that lives in Edmond believes that it was a homicide. It was a murder, that Curtis Heck killed Kenneth Nygaard, or Kenneth Engel, or Engie, however you say his last name. I think he went by Nygaard. That was his uncle's last name, so everybody knew him as Kenneth Nygaard. They both, Kenneth and Curtis, both ran a repair shop, a vehicle repair shop, and I think they kind of were always like battling each other, you know, always, I don't know. It was just always a pissing match with them. You know how guys can be. Yeah. So I have one more thing for tonight. All right. I'm going to show you these books. A good friend of mine on Facebook, his name is Plaxton Emmons. He's from Mississippi. He is not only a good friend of mine, but he is a published writer, and he has 2 books. The first one is Gravestone Dead Serious. I bought this a while back. It's a collection of original poems and novellas. Super good. He's such a talented writer. He has a very neat way of writing. It's like horror, thriller, really makes you think type of stuff. So this book is for sale for $20. And then he's got this book, Dark Winds and Other Nocturnal Visions, also by Plaxton. And this one's for $15, but I believe if you buy both of these books from him, you get $5 off. So I suggest you go and get your books. You can contact him on Facebook, Plaxton Emmons. I'll actually tag him in the story, so you can just, if you're interested in him, he's such a talented writer. You guys got to check him out. But that is all I have for today, and I want to wish you a really happy, healthy, safe week. Hopefully we're done with the snow, because fuck the snow. And I will see you tomorrow with part 2 of our 5-piece series. Love you. Good night.